A crude set of stairs has been carved into the rocky cliffs of Mordak's island. Above them, a narrow, winding trail leads on up to his castle. A dead fish lies on the sand beach at the foot of the rocky stairs. Now what? Graham's boat has been dashed to pieces against the jagged rocks of Mordak's island. A bit shaken, Cedric anxiously takes stock of their unsure situation.
Ugh, a dead fish. Well, maybe I can use it.
Unfortunately, nothing can be done about the wrecked boat. It appears that Graham and Cedric are stuck here, perhaps forever. Phew! This smelly old fish is disgusting. The smelly old fish is much too disgusting for human consumption.
Oh, I hate to say this, Graham, but I don't like this place at all.
I know what you mean, Cedric.
Oh, I don't like this place. It's creepy.
The narrow, rocky trail leads straight to the front gate of Mordak's castle. A bizarre castle seeming to rise up out of the very rocks of the strange island like some sort of grotesque growth beckons, yet repels at the same time. Two monstrous statues of grotesque, distorted serpents face each other across the narrow trail leading to Mordak's castle. Cedric looks frightened at the sight of the stone serpents. The giant figures can't be climbed without risking life and limb, and since they are made of stone, can't be harmed. The stone statues don't respond. That won't help with the stone serpents. Two monstrous statues with burned-out eyes face each other across the narrow trail leading to Mordak's castle.
Well, it looks like there's no way in. Let's turn back.
Come on, Cedric!
The strange castle, so close now, intimidates Graham as it towers threateningly before him. Cedric looks more and more frightened the closer he and Graham get to the bizarre castle. A wide chasm separates the narrow trail from the castle's massive front gate. Graham ponders the situation, but can't find a way to solve it. The chasm between the trail and the front gate of the castle is too wide to jump across. Graham will have to find another way to enter the castle. Graham notices a small stairway leading down to another trail which winds around the left side of Mordak's castle.
See? Get in. Let's go back now.
No, I'll figure this out.
Graham has found a stone platform on the west side of the strange castle. Cedric perches nervously as he surveys the surrounding area. The twisted and deformed shapes of the island's rocks seem to grow up out of the very earth like strange weeds. Graham notices a rusted grate embedded into a stone platform next to Mordak's castle. Graham tugs hard on the grate, but soon finds it's rusted in place and can't be budged. That won't help budge the grate. The open grate in the stone platform invites Graham's entry. The iron bar holds up the rusted grate.
Oh, you're crazy to go down into that dark hole. You don't know what's down there.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
No, mind if I wait for you here?
No, that's a good idea, Cedric. You be the lookout out here.
Yes. I'll be the lookout. Ooh, be careful, Graham.
High above him, Graham sees the hole by which he entered these confusing underground tunnels. Graham looks around in terrified confusion as he finds himself in a labyrinth somewhere underneath Mordak's castle. A huge beast, sporting a fluffy topknot, bound in a crude hairpin on top of his head, skulks in one dark corner of the labyrinth. Graham should watch his step around this ugly beast. It makes no impression on the huge beast. Graham sees the beast's hairpin lying on the stone floor of the labyrinth. Graham reaches down and grabs the hairpin off the labyrinth floor. There is a wooden door here. Perhaps it will lead into the castle. Graham tries to open the wooden door, but to no avail as it's securely locked. That won't work with the labyrinth door. Graham inserts the hairpin into the door's large keyhole and discovers, to his amazement, that it fits perfectly. Turning it ever so gently, he soon hears a soft click, and the door is unlocked. A set of wide steps leads up from the labyrinth door to a pantry off the wizard's kitchen. Graham can see into the kitchen through the open pantry door. Graham scans the various items lining the open shelves, but doesn't see anything of interest. A closed cupboard in the corner of the pantry catches Graham's interest. Inside the cupboard, Graham's eyes fall upon a bag of dried peas. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham retrieves the bag of dried peas. The bag is full of round, dried peas. The hairpin is made of a carved piece of bone with a sharp metal clip attached to it. Graham examines the contents of the shelves, but doesn't see anything of interest. Graham surveys Mordak's kitchen in disgust. It is an untidy mishmash of dirty pots, jars with unidentified contents, rags, and assorted junk. Even with all that, Graham can see nothing that interests him. A fire burns hotly in the fireplace, while something in the iron pot boils above it. The doorway goes into a hallway containing an unusual pipe organ. The stuff boiling in the pot doesn't look or smell very appetizing. A lovely young girl with long black hair, olive skin, and flashing green eyes laboriously scrubs the cold stone floor. Though wearing rags, her beauty nevertheless shines through. The young girl endlessly scrubs the hard floor. She doesn't pay any attention to Graham.
Don't come near me! Leave me alone!
I would never hurt you. I'd like to help you.
I don't believe you! You're probably one of them!
I'm not. Believe me.
Just go away! Please! I don't want to talk to you anymore!
Since the girl seems so frightened, Graham compassionately decides to leave her alone for now.
Take that away from me! I don't want it! did you find my gold locket? I thought it was gone for good. I lost it on the island just after I was brought here by Mordak.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. But tell me, who are you, and how did you come to be here?
My name is Princess Cassima, from the Kingdom of the Green Isles. My father, the king, employs a horrible wazir who befriended Mordak. When Mordak saw me, he immediately wished to marry me and bring me here. Naturally, I refused, and my father agreed with me. But our refusal angered him so much that he sold me here anyway and put me to work as a scullery girl. He says he will never let me go, that a scullery girl I will remain until I agree to marry him. But the thought revolts me. What am I to do?
Don't worry, I'm here to save my family from the evil wizard. He's got them here someplace, imprisoned inside a glass bottle. If I can manage to rescue them, then of course I wouldn't forget you either.
I know the glass bottle you're talking about. It's in Mordak's laboratory upstairs.
Keep quiet about my presence. I think this will be the most difficult part of my journey. I may not survive it.
I would never give you away, and I will help you in any way I can, kind sir.
Princess Cassima, whom Graham now knows to have been stolen by Mordak from the Kingdom of the Green Isles, looks pleased to see him. She smiles in friendship. Princess Cassima looks glad to see Graham. Perhaps she feels he can help to get her off of this horrible island. That won't help Princess Cassima in any way.
By the way, who are you?
I'm King Graham of Daventry.
I think I know where that is. It's very far from my home, though.
Don't worry, somehow I'll get you home again. But first, I've got to save my family.
Yes, well, I'll stand by you, King Graham. I'll help if I can.
Thanks, I may need it.
Well, I'd better get back to work, and you should keep out of sight.
Aye, aye, m'lady.
While Princess Cassima busily scrubs the kitchen floor, Graham tries to figure out what to do next. A hideous yet fascinating pipe organ commands attention as Graham walks through a downstairs hallway. This doorway leads back into the kitchen. Graham can see into a large dining hall through the doorway. This appears to be the huge dining hall of the castle. Graham wonders who eats here besides Mordak. A massive dining table has been placed before a large, ornate fireplace. Statues of strange birdmen line the walls of the immense dining hall. The doorway goes into a hallway containing an unusual pipe organ. Graham doesn't see anything interesting with the fireplace. Graham carefully examines the strange statues, but sees nothing of use. Graham finds himself in Mordak's immense dining hall. A huge dining table, placed before an ornate fireplace, dominates the cavernous dining hall. This doorway leads into a downstairs hallway. A large beast rushes toward Graham with hatred in its red-rimmed eyes. Graham could never overpower this huge beast. This is no time for conversation.